Distinguished ministers, commissioners, ladies and gentlemen, it's an honor for us to host this year's State of the Industry Conference. Tourism has been very good to us these last 10 years. Our numbers have more than doubled. Our cruise tourism has seen a significant increase over the last few years. We have gone from 450,000 passengers to 600,000 passengers, and it has a significant impact on our economy. Tourism accounts for about 25% of our GDP. We have about 12,000 people working in this sector on the island, and we believe that it has a strong potential to grow even further.
We really are custodians of something that has been endowed from God. Caribbean is a very special place, and we have to make the most of it and to see that we do so in a sustainable manner as is possible. I have, of course, in that note, to make specific mention of the Tourism Youth Congress that will take place on Friday afternoon. Caribbean youth between the ages of 14 and 17 will display the most extraordinary skill, knowledge, and intelligence as they engage each other on a number of serious tourism issues and present suggestions for our tourism programs. And I mean serious suggestions. You have to experience it to believe it, what these young people are capable of.
We are very proud of what we have to offer, and I think we should all be very proud of what our islands have to offer. 50 million people, 50 million, 26 million stayover tourists, and 24 million cruise passengers. These people, they save money throughout the whole year so they can take a vacation, come with their families, and visit our islands. That means that we have something good to offer, and we should be proud of that. We should all be proud of our islands. This sector is so important for us, and even though we do have a diversified economy here in Curaçao, we are very much dependent on tourism. 2 million people in the Caribbean region depend on this sector. It is important for us, it is important for Curaçao, it's important for all of us to make sure that we get together during these conferences, analyze, discuss, and come up with new ideas to make sure that we do have a future for our people, and we do keep the jobs and provide a better life for our people in the Caribbean.
Why is Getaways growth important to your destinations? Well, it persuades Dave Clark to add even more service. If we can encourage more travelers to book their flights through Getaways rather than one of our competitors, that would help lift the overall profitability of the Caribbean routes. And that's critical because it allows us to turn around and add even more capacity. Let me give you a couple of examples. In June, we inaugurated service to Grenada with just 2 flights a week. Thanks to very strong bookings through our Getaways team and great partnerships with local properties like Sandals and Spice Island, we were able to add a 3rd weekly service in September, less than 3 months after we started. It's interesting, right here in Curaçao, because of Getaways, this destination happens to be one of our most successful Getaways destination. Nearly 20% of our customers flying to Curaçao are booking a JetBlue Getaways package. And that's the biggest and main reason why we have decided to add the 3rd flight.
So we look at all the different places within tourism that's advertising or marketing to the LGBT community. I just want to say that most of the top USA destinations today are outreaching. So here's an example of some of the stuff that Las Vegas is doing now. And one thing that I love about Las Vegas is that Las Vegas is all about having this great mix of people in their destination and everyone getting along. So if you go to Las Vegas today, there's military, there's Republicans and Democrats, and there's religious organizations, and there's same-sex couples holding hands on the Strip. And everybody gets along in Las Vegas, and that's the atmosphere Las Vegas is really trying to promote.
If you look at the DNA of the world's most effective, most successful brands, you see this really simplistic framework play out over and over. So I gave you 4 examples here, top of mind for me. Red Bull, the audience, young people who want an instant dose of energy. What does the product tell you? What's in the messaging? The product says it gives you wings. Axe body spray, the audience, essentially young hormonal men who like girls. And if you ever sing a Axe body spray commercial, there's no question what the messaging is. The product helps you get the girls. When we bring it into travel, Airbnb, the audience, tired of hotel rooms, seeking novelty, the product offers authenticity and local knowledge. And finally, in my world, working at Google, Android is top of mind. Besides being low cost, besides being an open ecosystem and offering a diverse array of products, I think what makes Android so successful is because the audience completely overlaps with the product. The audience is someone who wants something excellent that's not an Apple, and the product delivers exactly that, something excellent that's not Apple.
The aim behind this Tourism Youth Congress is to introduce our young people to the important role of tourism in the growth and development of our Caribbean countries, and to give them some exposure to the sector so that we might be able to motivate some of them to get involved in the sector itself.
Currently, Curaçao's film industry and film tourism is improving with movies like Tula and Sense Show. My mom played in that one. And upcoming movie like Double Play. That one is very important because it has people like Lisa Cortez. She's gonna be the producer, and she was also the producer from Precious. And also Ernest Dickerson, who was the producer, the film director, and cinematographer of Malcolm X. The first location will be downtown Willemstad, a summary of everything Curaçao stands for, which is vibrancy and color. What really stands out to me, despite all the different aspects like romance, history, mystery, glamour, is the swinging old lady. She's fun. The second location is West Bend. I love West Bend because I'm an unapologetic nature fanatic. My favorite place on Curaçao lies there, actually. It's the nature tunnels. It's trees and plants woven together to form a tunnel cars drive through. It's truly a magical and dreamy experience, and always when I'm there, I feel one with nature and one with myself. Why? Because Curaçao has many hidden treasures that they can expose. Like the multinational movie What a Girl Wants says, why would you try to fit in when you were born to stand out?
Honourable Ministers, Chairman of the Council of Ministers, the Honourable Richard Seeley, Honourable Ministers, Directors, Director General from the Bahamas, heads of delegation, everyone who has come to be part of this terrific event, whether or not growth and innovation actually occurs is up to you, because I hope that we gave you the necessary clues as to what we should do now to effect growth and innovation within Caribbean tourism. So we hope that you're going back from this conference with something that you didn't have when you got here. Let me thank all of the delegates, every single person who came from wherever, who gave of their time and their energy and their effort and their resources to help make this conference a success. So one more time, on behalf of the Chairman of the Council of Ministers, the Honourable Richard Seeley, and the Chairman of the Board, Mr. William Billy Griffith, I'd like to say how grateful we are on behalf of the entire CTO family.
I think what we wanted to do is to send out a message to the other islands in the Caribbean. We felt that we're kind of disconnected to the rest of the Caribbean. Being so far south in the Caribbean, we don't have the air connectivity, we don't have the sea connectivity. We felt that we were somewhat connected, and we wanted to send out a message. Actually, we want to send out a message to the world that Curaçao is here, part of the Caribbean. And that's what we wanted to do, and that's why I insisted to host this conference here. So thank you to CTO, and thank you all for the members and the staff of CTO for helping us organize this event. And I'm sure it is a success for all of us.